Empathy. Is this the key to improving your conversion ratio in sales? Empathy is critical, as we know, for every successful salesperson. But the question is, what exactly is it? Empathy is an extremely powerful human quality, and not to be mistaken in any shape or form for sympathy. It's a trait that allows you to connect with another person. You see, with empathy, you can gain a real understanding of how a person might be feeling and appreciate this without passing judgment on their given circumstances. You're simply putting yourself in the shoes of the customer to understand their needs and their situation and to try and connect. Many find it difficult to understand the real meaning. But this simple analogy that I'm about to talk about may just help to bring the message home. During the Second World War, London was the subject of severe carpet bombing by the German Air Force, a scene famously depicted by the film The Battle of Britain. British artillery units were positioned in key strategic sites to try and defend the capital by shooting German aircraft out of the sky. And despite winning the battle, the collateral damage and cost of human life in London and across the UK was huge. In today's modern era, and with war once again unfortunately raging across Europe, technology has moved on. Surface-to-air missiles have been replaced by lethal and accurate weapons which destroy their targets by recognizing and connecting to the heat of enemy aircraft engines. Heat-seeking missiles continue to hunt for a target until it makes a connection, despite any evasive action that target might try to take. Comparing the use of these different types of missiles may be a little dramatic, but it's a great way to understand how a salesperson with empathy might operate. You see, just like a missile, they would not be thrown off course by any objections that arise. They would instead be able to connect with a customer, understand their needs, and gain a full appreciation of the customer's business. And once these needs have been identified, the salesperson will be able to fulfill any requirements with the complementary products or services that they're selling. Throughout the process, the salesperson would remain focused on the client, overcoming any objections that come their way, and continue the conversation to a successful conclusion by closing the sale. Desire and an inner drive are essential to complement empathy, to ensure that although the connection is solid, the ultimate prize is not lost as the final deal is agreed and the contract signed and put to bed. So the question is, how can you become a more empathetic salesperson? Well, it all starts at the beginning with becoming a better listener. If you're selling face-to-face, show active listening skills with consistent body language. Use positive gestures, an open stance, an upright posture, whilst being friendly, smiling, obviously when appropriate, and making eye contact throughout. If you're using a mobile device, listening to the tone of voice, judging the pace of the conversation, and listening intently to the client's conversation is so important to identify the real needs. It's essential that you choose your words carefully. Use vocabulary that demonstrates to people that you are listening and taking them seriously. Think before you respond to another person by asking yourself, how would I be feeling if I were that person right now? And what response ideally would I like to hear? You see, you might not be able to tell them exactly what they would like to hear, but at least you will have an appreciation of how they may be feeling, which if you're sincere, guaranteed it will shine through and get you to a successful conclusion.